and welcome to this new video of microeconomics. Today we are going to talk about price elasticity of demand. So let's start by giving a definition of price elasticity of demand. It measures the sensitivity of the quantity demanded to price. The price elasticity of demand it's represented by a letter, a Greek letter, it's epsilon, and this is the symbol. It's a value and it can be between 0 and minus infinity. If epsilon is between 0 and minus 1, then we talk about an inelastic demand. If epsilon is below minus 1, between minus 1 and minus infinity, then we talk about an elastic demand. If epsilon is equal to minus 1, then the demand is unit elastic. Now I want you to really understand what is price elasticity of demand, so I'm going to explain it with some examples. First example, pain au chocolat. And we are going to take this example to talk about an elastic demand. Let's say that you eat pain au chocolat for the lunch, and if pain au chocolat are too expensive, then you are going to eat like chocolate cake or something else. So the price of pain au chocolat is going to affect the quantity of pain au chocolat that you are going to buy. And this is what it's represented on this graphic. So here you have the price in this part, here you have the quantity and the demand curve. So if the price of one pain au chocolat is $3, then you are going to buy, like it's not 0, but it's below 1, so you are not going to buy like one half of pain au chocolat, so you are not going to buy pain au chocolat. This is why there is a 0 here, okay? And so $3, 0 pain au chocolat. And if the price is $2 for one pain au chocolat, then you are going to buy 5 pain au chocolat and you are going to eat them for during all the week. Now I'm going to explain how to calculate the value of epsilon. Okay, here we have the formula of epsilon. So this is something that you really need to remember. So here we have a quantity demanded 1 minus quantity demanded 0 over quantity demanded 0. So what does this mean? Let's say that the price 0, so the first price at the beginning, was the lower price, so $2 per pain au chocolat. So P0 is equal to 2. And then something happened and the price augmented, and we have price 1, so the second price is equal to 3. So what is the quantity demanded? 1 is the quantity demanded when the price is 3. So here we have on the graph price 3, the quantity demanded is 0. So here we can write 0. Then we have quantity demanded 0 is the quantity demanded when the price is equal, the price 0, so when the price is 2. And we go here, price equal to 2. We have 5, so 0 minus 5 divided by quantity 0, so 5 again. And then we go for the price, so the first price was 3, here we go 3, minus second price 2, divided by second price 2. This is a basic function of derivative, so I think you should understand. And then we are going to compute this. And this is equal to minus 2. So here we have a price elasticity of demand equal to minus 2. And if we go back to our first paper, we see that an price elasticity that is below minus 1, so here we have minus 2, it's below minus 1, we talk about an elastic demand. So the demand for pain au chocolat is elastic. So now, second example, we are going to talk about milk. And we are going to assume that milk is a product that have an inelastic demand. Why would milk be an inelastic product? For example, you are used to drink your glass of milk every morning, and no matter the price of milk, if it's still reasonable, you are still going to buy it because you can't live without milk. So the price is not an issue about buying milk. And this is what it's represented on this graph. So you have the price, you have the quantity, and when the price of one bottle of milk is $2 per bottle of milk, for example, then you are going to buy 3 bottles of milk. And if the price augmented, for example, $2 more, so $4 per bottle, then you are still going to buy 2 bottles of milk. So it's not like we have seen before, you are not going to stop buying milk because you really love that. And then let's compute epsilon, so it's going to be the same as before. Quantity demanded with the second price, so the second price is 4, so the quantity when the price is 4 is 2. So it's 2 minus the second quantity 3 divided by the second quantity 3 over, and then we have the second price, so 4 minus the first one divided by the first one, and this is equal to minus 1/3, and it's minus 0.33. Okay, and let's go back to our first thing. And as we saw here, when the price elasticity of demand is between 0 and -1, so here we have minus 33, then the demand of the good is inelastic. So the demand for milk is inelastic. And this is the conclusion of our video on price elasticity of demand. I hope it was useful and see you in the next video. Allez, la bise enflammée!